Hello and welcome everyone to Cybercast episode 175, the Transformers and Action Figure Podcast Show. My name is Josh, also known as G1Xtron, and joined with all the co-hosts here today. So we've got everyone, full staff, and we also have a couple of guests, I guess you could say. But why don't you guys go ahead and introduce yourself? Rick, you go ahead and start off.
Yep. You can find me on Twitter as Shatrdglassjazz.
All right, Dalton.
You can find me everywhere at Daltonians TFs.
Cody, you're next.
You can find me at PrimalSabbath.
All right, and Mike.
You can find me on Twitter as BotConFan1978.
All right, and you can find me G1Xtron on everywhere, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook pages, the G1Xtron. And we're joined with our guest, Pete Sinclair. I believe Jesse's back there in the background. I don't know if he's going to cue in on any of this stuff. There he is. So, yeah.
You cap that later. Hello.
Hello.
All right, so you know how, we've had you on, I think, maybe once or twice. So you kind of know how we do this, and we got, I believe, several set of questions here. So we're going to go through those. And before we get into the news, guys, we do have quite a bit. I've got the little buzzsaw going, so 2 weeks worth of news. But I want to go ahead and jump into the interview with Pete and Jesse. We'll start off with the first question. Or first off, where can people find you, Pete? If they want to get in contact with you, where can they find you on Twitters and Facebook and emails?
You can find me here right now. That's well, I mean, with the social media. Well, we'll talk about all that in a minute. But yeah, the Transformer side obviously was all shut down. So you can just find me here at this point. You need me, just call up Hexatron and
Watch the spam folder fill up.
yeah.
All right, guys. So first question that we have for you is, now that the Transformers part of FunPub has concluded, what are you guys working on now?
Well, what I was doing since last spring, I was looking at other opportunities that there might be for FunPub, other companies, and kind of were exploring that, and kind of that was what I was working on to kind of see that all through. But that was pretty much was my last fall, last summer and fall outside of the shows we were doing, was just kind of working on that stuff. So that's kind of where I'm at right now.
Okay. You want to get next one?
Yep. How involved are you with the G.I. Joe Collectors Club and JoeCon?
Well, so that's I guess I could have told you guys ahead of time, but I figured I just kind of dropped the bomb a little bit. So I am no longer with FunPub. I thought I'd come on here and tell you guys that. It's been like that for a while. We lost the Transformer license, and that just kind of is what it is. So we separated a while back, and I am on other things right now. So there you go.
All right. I'm gonna have to rephrase.
Very ominous.
So breaking news right now.
I know. I figured. You guys have been so cool to me and have been great with us. I wish we would have been doing this for the last 10 years, because it's been a great way to come on and talk about stuff and actually, communicate live as opposed to via, message boards or press releases and stuff like that. So it's been great, but I just kind of wanted to come on and feel good. This has been something that has been in place for a while now, so it's not like it just happened yesterday or even actually was in place since the last time we had a podcast since I was on, but I didn't want to talk about it then because I was still involved in kind of an advisory. Kind of funny how I kind of finished how I kind of started, a little bit of a quote-unquote advisory role, and that was mainly to make sure all of the outstanding projects were wrapped up properly. I've put 12 years of my life into this, from originally an advisory standpoint to part-time to full-time starting in 2008. And it was really important to me to make sure that the club wrapped the way that I felt I wanted to see it wrap. Whatever I could do on my part to make sure it wrapped properly, and that was getting issue 71 and 72 of the magazine out, and doing final approvals on the 5.0, and some last little projects, helping with some sales they were doing. So I was, like I said, I was kind of still there, but like I said, it wasn't in a employed capacity at that point. It was just kind of me, and it wasn't like I was doing a ton of work for free. I'm just saying it was kind of, I just worked it out to where with how my employment worked, to where I was able to make sure I saw all that stuff through. It all worked in. It all worked out is what I'm trying to say. I don't need to get into the minutia, but there you go.
All right.
All right.
I can still answer some of these questions, or you can just say, you know what, this guy, screw this guy, forget it.
He's a nobody now.
He's a nobody now.
Yeah. Well,
Alright, so-
you know, a lot of these you could still answer.
Yeah.
All right. So, how did you feel when Hasbro gave GI Joe 2 more years, but not Transformers?
The Joe thing happened really, really late, as everybody knows. Like, it happened way late, like right before the convention.
Yep.
As I said, I was working on other stuff as well, and there was other people involved working on trying to, was Joe going to continue or not? And it obviously became very important, and they realized how important it was to have a dedicated show and a dedicated club for G.I. Joe. I can understand the thinking behind what's going on, but as far as like having negative feelings about it, no. I mean, it was a business decision, so I wasn't like, I didn't look at it from an emotional standpoint. Whether or not that was the right decision or not, I guess is yet to be seen. But no, I mean, I didn't really. Honestly, I didn't really have any feelings about it one way or the other. If that sounds, I don't know. When you're involved with something for so long on the creative standpoint, at some point it does become business. So, and when you understand the decision that's being made and you see why they're doing it, that's fine. So, am I annoyed or upset? No. Would it be easier if I still had that job? Yeah, but I'm also looking forward to other stuff I'm working on. So, it kind of, sometimes it's nice to get out of the routine. So.
Gotcha.
Okay, someone is. Holy shit. That's my kid back there.
Do you have plans or hopes to make a Transformers themed convention in the next couple of years? If so, would it be like BotCon, or would you want to make a few changes?
No, I mean, plans, hopes to make a Transformers theme. No, a Transformers theme, no. No. I did the unofficial show once. Was part of planning one before that, way back in '97. I mean, maybe down the road, possibly if someone else was interested and they needed some assistance, but no. Like
a Pete Con then, where it's
I'll have Pete Con again. That's just drinking and barbecue and going to the local arcade bar. So
yeah, but just a bunch of us just coming over and hanging out in your attic and stuff like that, playing with all your Transformers.
Come on over. So.
All right. When can we expect the first shipment of SS 5.0 to go out?
I was just wondering about that yesterday, actually. I don't know if there's been an update. You'll have that is a thing you would go through customer service at this point and ask them. I'm not sure. Just from my experience, having been involved as long as I have, I know people like to whatever, but it really always has truly been when Takara gets to it and when the POs get cut. And we have a schedule we work from, and the schedule isn't always kept. And that's just the way it is. And I said the one mistake I think that we made was always kind of maybe releasing the ideal schedule as opposed to sometimes what would become more the realistic schedule. So I know they're coming. It's just sometimes they get delayed a little, and sometimes they get delayed a lot. And I think we're on a little bit more towards the a lot thing right now. Now, does that mean they're not already on their way? I don't know. I haven't asked. So they could be. They might already be on their way to the warehouse, or they might be there. I don't know. Like I said, I don't really want to speculate because I haven't asked. I put in my feedback and got the changes I wanted on the figures for 5.0, and that was pretty much the last that I had anything to do with it. So.
Okay, kind of speaking on those, Are there any major changes to any of the figures from the initial mock-ups or products that were shown? Any QC or tolerance issues? What are some of those changes?
No, nothing really. I mean, Counterpunch was too light, so we had to go with we had to make him darker. Fractal was fine. Lifeline, we probably should. We didn't have time to change it. It didn't work out. I think it was too late. We realized that they didn't use the one hands we wanted, so she can't actually hold Quickslinger. But on the same token, I never really envisioned her holding Quickslinger. Anyways, that was more of a getting that figure done at the last second, knowing we were ending. As a shout out to Sean Tessman, who did so much for us. So she's more of a standalone character, anyways. And Lifeline technically wouldn't be holding a gun, so it. She can be used with other characters. Prime is fine. Megatron's fine. Toxitron. I didn't see the final deco on the combined head, but I'm sure it'll be fine. I hope it'll be fine. I shouldn't say that. The only sample I got with him didn't have a head on him, so it had the Toxitron head, but it didn't have the Wreckage head. But should be fine. So.
All right.
Dalton.
Now that the Transformers Club is unofficial, is there any chance of seeing anything else new as far as stickers, comics, or even repackaged figures similar to the Legacy box set?
No, that's anything we were going to do like that. That's why we rushed to get the stickers out and make sure that 2-page comic that's in G.I. Joe versus Cobra issue 9, which is on newsstands now. Make sure that all got into production before the end of the year, because after 31st, that's it. There's no new nothing. So nothing that involves the Transformers license. So now, but go pick up that if you want to see the last little kind of. It's on newsstands now, and you can also buy it in both clubs. It's a 2-page epilogue. It's epilogue 2, and it really kind of wraps up the Transformers universe, the fiction that we've been telling. It wraps it up in one way, but then it also completely opens it up to any future writers or artists or anybody that ever wants it. We kind of like created a whole new thing at the very end that's just kind of there, kind of a blank slate if anybody ever wants to use it. So
the ultimate cliffhanger.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's cliffhanger, but it's like one of those open-ended things. I mean, it's like the story continues type thing, So,
I actually got my copy today.
Yeah, so hopefully people pick it up and check it out. And like I said, it allows for a whole new multiverse of possibilities.
Do you know if there's going to be any more club archive items, or is it just what was currently left in the?
Yeah, I was helping with them. That's the one of the things I keep doing. When they need a little bit of help here and there, I kind of help with pricing on stuff like that. So I think there's still some more stuff to come. So there'll be stuff being sold throughout the year. So yeah, just keep an eye out on the club.
Cool. How much longer will that club store be active?
I think through the end of the year. I'm not sure. So there's a sell-off period.
All right. What are the chances we will see any more Transform-related fiction popping up at the end of JoeCon Comics? But you pretty much answered that, or anywhere else for that matter.
0.
Yeah, he's already answered.
It would be like us doing Star Trek fiction at this point. Or Star Wars or Marvel or whatever. It's just
get the next one, Mike.
Oh. How well has the Only Human Rodimus and RC Fears been doing for both clubs? Do you think a Magnus Springer could or would help boost their popularity?
I think they were doing pretty good.
I know, I got mine.
Next to the G.I. Joe box. No. On the boxes on the side. Those big boxes, those 3 big boxes. Right there on the floor. There you go. The last I heard they were doing pretty okay. I don't know. I haven't asked. Not because I'm not interested. I'll check on that later. But I think they were doing pretty good. The sets are amazing. Yes, it is an absolute shame. But we had the opportunity to cancel Rodimus and RC. I didn't want to do that. But if you guys ever, if you really,
you need
to you need to write and ask, right? Because these could easily be done as GI Joes without
The name.
without the names or anything like that. Just kind of generic blue dude, and
Yeah.
I don't know if they let us do that or not.
Call him Old Man Rick.
Old man.
Got the Mr. Fantastic silver sideburns going
Now-
there.
Now, if we wanted this to be done as a Joe thing, who would we contact? Who would we pester?
You would contact the club or Hasbro.
Okay, so we'll contact the club. Think they'll listen.
Because you really need to do Springer and Magnus, right? I mean, really.
Yeah.
But if they never get done, they don't. But if they,
They're kind of a you got the Snake in there, and then Hot Rod and RC. It's kind of the way I look at them is because of that episode, they're kind of like a set, and you want them as a set. Just like if you release the Insecticons, if you only release 2 of them. It's kind of like you're gonna have more people buy those initial ones because hey, we're coming out with all 3 Insecticons. It's like okay, now I want them.
We would have done. I mean, we would have done those 2. We would have done Arkaville. We would have done Chip for you. We would have done. We would have done. What's the Lorne Chumley? I mean, maybe not Chumley. We would have done. Who was the reporter? Hector Ramirez. I mean, we would have done. I mean, there would have been a lot more of it. I mean, that was kind of my pet project on the side. That was kind of something where I was involved on the Joe side a lot more for the product development side. So I was really excited about that, and there would have been a lot more. I mean, the 5-pack's phenomenal. Raul, that would have been great. Raul, with your masterpiece tracks. I mean, it would have been
Better scales, yeah.
Yeah. So, but I'm glad we got the ones out that we did get out. So.
All right. So next thing we have is what is your personal favorite story that you worked on over the years, and is there anything that you would like to fix or expand upon within that story? I guess Jesse can chime in too on this if he wants, or any of these if he wants to.
Yeah, I mean, my I think my favorite story was I'll put it in 2 categories. Story that I just worked on as far as more of a coordinating thing, and getting it pushed through, of course, with the Stunticon job, the animated thing with Marty Eisenberg and Matt Youngberg and Derek Wyatt. That was a blast. Marcelo Matere did the art. So I didn't really do anything story-wise with that. Stories I guess I was involved with. I mean, I'd have to go back to the first one being The Dawn of Futures Past. It was like the first official writing I ever did, and that was in 2006. And then I think I really like because it's the most recent. I was really happy with the Masters and Mayhem. I really like kind of how that wrapped everything up, and I think it was a nice twist there at the end. I think that was kind of the it brought back Ramjet, who was in the original 2005 story. It just kind of brought everything full circle, and so I mean, there's stories. There's not a lot of stories where I was kind of like, ugh. And then there's not a lot of stories where I'm like super like, oh my god, that was great. But yeah, I mean the Stunticon job, 2006 just for what it meant, and then I think just the last year's story because it was just so fun to wrap it up. I don't know which ones did you like?
You just add a whole bunch to my list. So yeah, of Master Mayhem, I love that story, and getting all those loose ends tied together, and for the same reason I like Another Light. I like
Another Light, yeah, with the Shattered Glass story. That was fun.
Yeah, that was really fun. And that animated one turned out perfect. I love that comic. So yeah.
Yeah, that animated comic is really just one of the. I mean, that's just a great. I mean, because that's when it looked like there would be nothing ever animated again, and it was just we thought it was a really fun end to that whole series too. An additional, not an end because they had their proper ending, but like the addendum. So. A 22-page epilogue in a way.
All right, what about you, Rick?
Will you ever release any of the mock-ups for figures that were considered planned or otherwise didn't make the final cut? I guess maybe similar to that Human Magnus you just showed
I have.
us.
so many mock-ups. Unreal. I've got literally hundreds. Folders. I look back through some of this stuff. One day I'll go through and I'll sort it all when there's a little bit more time between. Just because it's honestly, I'm in a new house now. I moved, so I kind of working on the last things I want to get around here, and then it's gonna be spring, so I'll be working outside, and then there'll be other things I'm doing, job wise. So eventually I'll get to that, and I'll put it all together, and see what I can possibly do with it. But yeah, there's sometimes, there's more. There's just so much stuff I've even forgotten at this point. I have to go back and oh my gosh, that's right, we considered that, or that was a horrible idea, and good thing we didn't consider it.
There's a few of those.
And we probably should have done that instead of this, and so yeah, there's a bunch of that.
Cool. There were a few figures through the years that fell short in the new. Holy shit! It's your turn, isn't it, Dalton?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, we got to start over. All right, go back to question 1.
All right, go back to question 1. Get it straight.
All right, so
things are great. I've been working hard, 40 hours a week. It's been awesome.
You got to remember one thing: just who you're after. It didn't take long for Dakota to mess that up.
No, I can't do that. Anytime I'm just given one job, I can't. It doesn't work.
All right.
So there were a few figures through the years that fell short in the new tooling department. Would you ever think of starting something similar to, say, Renderform or Dr. Wu in order to fix, or are you overall content with the final versions?
Well, I'm not content with some of them. I would not get involved with any of that stuff, though, to be honest with you. Everybody knows my opinions on IP infringing stuff, so I just wouldn't even touch any of that. If other people, I'm not even condoning. I'm just saying that's up to other people and whatever. That's just not something I'm involved with in any way. I'm not advocating or say do it, don't do it. I personally don't like it. Actually, don't do it. I'm just gonna stick with the line. Don't do it. I've always said don't do it. No, the worst part is not the worst part. Is we actually had thought about had we continued, we had planned a possible line of headmasters. Which were going to be 4 heads that we actually went back and created new. Maybe they went on new toys. We didn't really fully think how it would work, but we were going to fix some of the heads for some of the older exclusives. Was my plan. I never actually pitched it. I don't know if it would have gotten shot down or not. I don't think it would have. I hope usually I was able to push through what I wanted to do, but wanted to do a new head for Cheetor, hit punch, counter punch. Overlord, Gigatron, whatever, and there's one other one that just really kind of always irked me. He doesn't like Rampage, but there was one other one. There was one other one that I thought fell short. So now you'll have people out there, some of the whatever you want to call them, who like to think that a lot of our heads were bad. And if you actually go back, and I've done this because I read that and I go, really, is it that bad? And I go back, and I look at Croc and Kickoff and all these guys. I'm like, oh, Metal Hawk was the other one. That's right. But I'm like, a lot of these were really great, like Obsidian and Strika. And I start listening, and I see, and I'm okay, maybe that's all. And they're like, oh no, wait, there's a whole bunch more that are really, really good. I'm like, actually, they are fine. I'm like, what are they talking about? Golly. So, but no, yeah, of the ones that did turn out bad, those 5 to 8 probably that just were up to spec. At least 3 or 4 of them I would have liked to have got another shot of, and definitely punch counter punch is just the biggest disappointment for me. So, but
all right, just putting it out there, Dalton did buy a third-party toy.
Wow.
So
Sinner.
Yeah.
That's no longer part of my job description, right? So whatever. You're all okay in my book. Except Dakota, unless he can figure out who he goes after.
Okay, so I think that's actually my turn. I got this now. Hopefully, till the next go around. Looking at the Titans Return molds, you just kind of talked somewhat about that. What are some of the characters you would have liked to have done, and what molds would you have used? What would be the BotCon theme and box set figures, or something along those lines?
The only thing I'll say about that is it would have tied into Titans Return. The fiction would have been a little bit more I don't know. I gotta be careful about that. I would have been. I think I would have been a little bit. The story wise, I would have been a little bit more involved in. I would like to think. The toys would have been pretty awesome. I think we would have. I think the first year there was a couple small hiccups just as we were transitioning from doing our own thing to working more hand in hand with Hasbro. That was something they really wanted the toys we were doing to completely mirror what they were doing at, or complement, I should say, what they were doing at retail. So the first year, I mean, some of the stuff was because we already had a proposal and we nixed that and came back, and a couple things were just a little rushed, but I think we would have fine-tuned that for 2017. So that's usually how it works, right? Usually the first year is a little rough and you fine-tune it. So we would have had more lead time because we were actually already planning the Titan Return set in fall of 2015, right? Yeah. So we started on the BotCon set, right, in like January of 2015, or no, January of 2014. Yeah, I had about an extra 3 months is basically what I'm trying to say, because when I saw the Titan Return toy line when Combiner Wars had just started to ship out. So we had not the whole line, but enough of it to get an idea of what we wanted to do. So we already had a ton of lead time on that. So yeah, it would have been a lot more fine-tuned. And I think not that I'm unhappy with this. I mean, because the Megatron turned out great. Of course, he was a holdover, but I think we would just had the ability to make it a little stronger. So.
All right. Have there been any discussions about partnering with a third-party company who currently make transforming robot figures? A relationship where you would develop a deeper function and offer exclusive toys with them to carry on the BotCon tradition in the future?
No, there's right now BotCon is on ice. So it's on ice.
It's swimming with the fishes.
No, because then that means it's dead. It's just cryogenically frozen right now.
Until Hasbro sees how Hascon does.
So it's Bucky Barnes right now, basically. It's just kind of on ice in Wakanda. I got you.
BotCon is Captain America. That is a great. Oh, but you said Bucky, but Bucky.
Well, no, Bucky was Captain America too.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. It's also, apparently, we've also been the Winter Soldier, right? We've been Captain America. We've been the Winter Soldier. That's good stuff.
This was a Dakota question. This is, when can we expect to see third-party company Pete's Toys first release?
It's funny because literally back in the 90s, I had a ad I would run in Lee's called Pete's Toys.
Did it have the Z on it?
No, it was an S.
Oh, that's lame. You're
and
lame.
that was when I was. I'm sure this would be just music to some of the naysayers' ears. But that's when I was flipping toys to pay for the collection back in the day. I'll use the more delicate term, right? Flipping toys.
You're a scalper.
I know.
You're scalping.
I would go and buy a rhino and buy a painted Invisible Woman. Oh my gosh, at the dollar store and sell them for $15. And then that whole market crashed. I would love to write a book on that one day, because I'm fascinated by the whole '90s toy rise and fall. Yeah, but no.
Yeah, they stopped making beasts.
There's zero. No plans for that either.
I can just see like '90s Pete like buying like a Marvel Legends figure at $20, buying Dollar General little action figure, and then putting said action figure in Marvel Legend box and returning it. Any shenanigans like that? Hopefully not, Pete.
Not in the last week, no. But
we'll see a lot of that in the local Walmarts where you're just like, or the Build-A-Figure pieces.
No, but I don't. There will be. You're not going to see any Kickstarters or any that type of stuff involving anything with any other one's IP or whatever. So, or anything that's close to. It's just no.
So basically, any news of that, it's not Pete. It's basically me and Dakota made it up and put it out there. So. Who's got Rick? Rick's got 18.
Is 18 relevant? I mean, okay. Can you talk about what's next for Fun Publications after the Joe contract is up at the end of 2018?
I don't think he really cares anymore.
Yeah.
Well, no, I mean, I was privy to what's going on, but no, I mean, I obviously can't comment on all of that stuff. Who knows? Hopefully, it'd be nice to see it continue, right? I mean, but I mean that brand needs all the help it can get, and I think FunPub offered a decent bit of help. So I think Hasbro realized that, and that's why there's still a license. So, but no, as far as after 2018, I have no clue. Who knows? Who knows? I mean, I have no idea.
Rick, you can go with 19 as well.
Sure. Will you be going to HasCon in September? If so, will there be a BotCon alumni after party at a to be determined local bar?
You don't. When you break up with a girl, you usually don't go to her pool party the next week, right? I mean, I'm sure I'd be invited to the pool party, but I don't think I would want to go and see her new boyfriend. So, no, I'm not. No, I don't have any. I don't have any interest in it.
But how are you going to talk about Magic the Gathering and ponies with all of those great fans?
You know what? You should just go up there and start handing out BotCon 2017 or 2018 flyers.
You can
all the planned promotional artwork.
You can be
just go up there and say we're running a convention right across the street.
You could be that ex-boyfriend that shows up and struts around shaking the tail feathers and shit. All proud.
You versus the dude I told you not to worry about.
I want to make jokes, but I'm not going to.
Get yourself a sleeve of new Transformer tattoos and stuff like that. Go in there like a bad boy. The 69 Camaro, revving it with the Flowmasters.
BotCon forever on the plates.
Oh my god.
Screaming out the window, enjoy your dumpster fire. Okay.
100,000?
He's just like...
My audio went out 5 minutes ago, so I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Oh, were we all roboting? That must, Google Hangouts.
Okay. All right, you can get the next one.
Number 20.
No, I want to know the answer to that one.
Yeah.
All right. Has Hasbro offered you or Brian or anyone from the BotCon team a position to work for them after BotCon?
Well, after HasCon they might, but no.
Yes.
I couldn't resist. I'm sorry. No, what's funny? I had a buddy up there that for years always told me, you need to finish up school, because I put school on hold when I went back to I was doing some other stuff, and then I went back and I got finished up, and this was this was 12, 13 years ago. And then he's like, "Oh, you need to move up here. I'll get you a job." I'm like, "Nah, I'm not moving to Rhode Island. I'm not moving around." And then I'm working for FunPub. He's like, "Oh, you should come up." I'm like, "Well, I got a job now, actually working on Transformers. I don't even need to move Rhode Island now. It's good. It all worked out. I got to do the dream job, and I'm still sitting at home in my pajama pants. So it's fine. I'm good. I'm not." And then I go up for the meetings, and I'm like, "Okay, I'm really not coming around. I'm totally fine where I'm at. It's snow and commute and all that stuff and cubicles." I'm like, "No, I'm good. No, I am. I have been so not part of that culture for so long that I don't even really have a. I mean, there's nothing. People that are into that. That's great. That's not. That's not really. And I'm not saying I'm not opposed to that down the road, but right now I'm trying to stay away from that as much as I can. I just am not into the. I don't really like people, to be honest with you, at this point. I've been by myself in an office. It's all I can do to get through a week of BotCon or a week of JoeCon around all you people. I couldn't stand dealing with people.
Now he tells how you really feel.
Now the truth comes out. No, I was at last all shows, but no, I'm not a big. Yeah, I'm happy not being part of a big giant corporate entity.
You got a Rhode Islander in the chat. It's a little heartbroken. It's because your state's small.
Yeah, I love the one. I love the one
Particularly
exit.
triggering me.
There's one exit when we go there, when we go to our meetings, where you take the exit and you cross back into like Massachusetts for like 2 minutes, or like 20 seconds, or that Connecticut. I don't know. They're all like 5 feet away from each other up there. It just kind of Massachusetts or was Connecticut, but it's just so funny. You take this exit, you're like, I'm in Connecticut. I'm back in Rhode Island. Back.
Yeah. Because they're all small. In Texas, we have counties bigger than those states up there. So
In Texas, you have backyards
There it is.
than the states up there.
It took him 37 minutes and a few seconds, but he got it in.
No, but Texas, you got dude, the big thing in Texas is like they're all excited. Like people are going out in their towns, like taking pictures of bluebonnets, the state flower, and post them on the internet to see who's got them first. Even though there's going to be like trillions of them next month. So we're really proud people here in Texas. So
You are proud people.
So,
All right,
so even though you're done with Transformers and you hate Transformers, are you still going to be part of the Transformers Illuminati where you find out things before the public?
that was a me question.
It sounds so awful, and I'm not trying to sound aloof or just kind of or to just be dismissive, but I just don't. It sounds so awful to say. I just don't really care. I don't mean that in a shitty sense, like, oh, I don't care about them anymore. I just like I said, it's been a job for so long, and where I'm at as far as how I feel about things now. Again, feelings that I had before I even knew we weren't going to have the license anymore. I just don't. I'm just not. I've gone through that phase. So
You
I
just
know you're
can't
still
just, like,
young,
you can't-
Dakota, and you still want.
You can't just like walk into a store and be like, "Oh, that's so sweet to see." You just walk into the store, you're like, "Fuck, stupid."
No. I just don't. What's coming out? It's actually be kind of weird to actually. For as much as I'll pay attention, it'll be kind of weird seeing stuff coming out and not knowing. I've known about what's been coming out for so long. I haven't been surprised, and like I don't know. I kind of know what the next line is going to be, but I really don't. I guess some people kind of. Well, now of course the internet, everybody gets spoiled anyways. But I don't really. Titan Wars was the last thing I had a full grasp and understanding of. But after that, I have no clue. So
How does one join the Transformers Illuminati?
well, apparently there's a spot open now, so I will put in a good word with my colleagues.
All right.
Let them know that you're filling in.
All right. Good deal.
All right. Little Johnny question. Little
remember
Johnny still has cancer. He said, "Thanks for the toys. Do you think
He
your
says it
Bengals will
small
win
in
a
his
Super
face.
Bowl before the Cowboys win their 6th?"
The Cowboys have got a good quarterback now, and they got a good running back.
What?
I saw.
Dude, I'm Team Romo still.
Oh,
I can't believe you, dude. You're so ridiculous.
apparently you didn't get the memo on that then. So
I'll put on Facebook where I put a picture of anytime he throws an incomplete pass, I put up pictures of Dak and then the upgrade button and then the
Yeah,
next
I
is
saw him
Romo.
all the time.
no, I think I saw the Cowboys do this back in when they lost to the Lions and then they won the Super Bowl the next year. Was that like 92 or 93? It was 92. So I wouldn't be surprised to see them back there. The Bengals are always a mixed bag, so who knows? They can surprise us, but I just want a playoff win, so I'll be happy with that. That's sad, but
I've got a backup question to.
Jesse just wants the Bills to make the playoffs.
I got to kind of piggybacking off your Bengals. What week will Montez Burfict make it to before he gets suspended?
I don't know.
Pac-Man Jones already been arrested, so that's already done.
He's a little shady, that's for sure. So
I remember we had him in Dallas here.
yeah.
I guess we do have Cameron's question in here, so if you guys have any questions, hurry up and put them in the chat. But who are you picking to win the big game, since we can't call it what it actually is? We don't want to get sued by the NFL.
I'll root for the Falcons, but if the Brady wins, I'm not going to be like, oh my gosh, it's the worst thing ever. I mean, it's if the Steelers would have won, that would be, if the Steelers were there and would have won, that would have been the worst thing ever. But the Patriots, I mean, the Patriots are a great team. I mean, it's hard to knock a team that's a great team, and Brady seems like he's a pretty nice guy. So I mean,
it's so easy to hate Tom Brady. What do you
it
think?
is.
Absolutely.
But you know, on the same token, when you've been so good for so long, there's something to be said about that. So, am I going to cry if New England wins? No. Am I going to be? So yeah, I mean, I'll root for the Falcons, but I'm kind of over the Brady hate just because all my hate is reserved for the Steelers anyway. So.
And considering that, you know, Tom Brady's and Bill Belichick, the Patriots, you know, they've only been caught cheating 3 times, you know, since their little Pearson. So, not too bad, you know. So, I'm gonna go for. I guess we can go ahead and go around real quick, and then we'll get to Cameron's question. Who are you guys picking in the the big game? I'm gonna go with the Falcons just because they haven't won anything, and my nephew, he lives up in Maine, and they're all Patriot fans up there. I don't want him to win one, and him become a Patriot fan. I want him to be a Cowboy fan. So,
yeah. I'll take the Falcons just because I'm a Steelers fan, Pete. And I just don't care for Tom Brady, but I think he's a great quarterback.
What about you, Jesse?
Yeah, Falcons. Just because Bills are in the division as Patriots, but you know, it's not a rivalry at all.
Dude, I miss playing the Bills in the Super Bowl, man.
Oh yeah, that was great fun, wasn't it?
Oh, but that was a great team, though. I can't lie, man. 4 years in a row. A lot of teams they can't even get there once. You know, Falcons just getting there a second time. So, Dalton.
Don't really pay enough attention, so to the game.
Well, who's your favorite cheerleading team? How about that, bud?
What color do you like?
He likes third party.
You like red or white?
I'll just say Falcons.
All right, Dakota.
Falcons, go Falcons!
And
All right, Mike.
y'all are going to hate me because the Patriots are going to lose.
You know,
Patriots,
you
just
are
saying,
a Tom
Patriots.
Brady loving dude.
No, I'm a Broncos fan. I just know the Patriots are going to spank them.
As long as there's a score where one team ends with a 4 and the other one ends with a 7, I get $50 every time. So I'm hoping for a high scoring game and a lot of 4 and 7s at the end. So let's see. Rick, you want to get the last question here by Cameron?
Let's see.
It's in the chat.
Has anything happened towards any kind of compilation of stories that you produced for those that might have missed it, the early stories?
No, because again, that all falls under the same category. But you know, I'm sure if IDW ever wanted to put out a trade paperback of the Shattered Glass fiction or whatever, I'm sure that I would be contacted by FunPub and would be happy to make that happen. So I guess that's all up to if there's enough interest in the fiction. I think we always had a very solid and dedicated fan base of what we did. I know it wasn't like regularly. I mean, our BotCon comics came out at came out at retail once a year. But I know we weren't like mainstream, obviously, in like IDW is. But it would be great to see some of that stuff, especially concepts like Shattered Glass, which are getting some mainstream love. Would love to see Takara to continue with the masterpiece. I know there would have been a Shattered Glass episode of Transformers Animated. So I would love to see that. Of all the things we worked on, yes, of Shattered Glass and the Rodimus with the goatee and the Purple Prime, who's kind of just psycho, and the Kiss Butt Starscream. If those characters showed up, the very intelligent Grimlock, if those characters showed up in other media, that would be awesome at some point. But at the very least, yeah, if they ever showed up in a trade paperback through IDW, that'd be great too. So.
Translation email IDW. They got a little link you can email them to on their website.
Yeah, the classics in Shattered Glass. I mean, I've got it all mapped out of where it starts and where it ends and all the stories, and it would be a very fun read from start to finish. I think how everything all intersected and so on. So And I'm really glad too that we did get to, like I said, we wrapped up pretty much as far as fiction wise, we wrapped up everything. I mean, after 12 years, anything we touched had a little bow tie on it at the end. That I think that meant a lot to me. So.
All right, well, that's all the questions we had, and also you said to keep it around 45 minutes, which we did there. So wanted to thank you again for coming on. Also, Jesse as well. Thanks for chiming in. And
he drove all the way from New York just to be on this podcast.
Oh my goodness.
Anytime either one of you guys want to come on, just let me know. You guys know how to get in contact with me or any of these guys. So, I did have one last question for you. I don't know what kind of elite group you're running in there on your Facebook page, but I was typing in when I was going to message you on Facebook. I was like, let me go to my friends list and type in Pete. Nothing came up. And so then I was like, well, let me put them in the search bar. I go in there. I've got a friend request pending for over 2 years. Like here I've got your home address, your phone number. I've talked to you several times. We text back and forth. And I'm like, what kind of elite group is this? To get into the Facebook friends, and then Dakota's like, "Oh, I got accepted like right away." I'm like,
"Well," and honestly,
you have to hit this. You have to hit this donate button. It's right next to the. I don't know why I put it there, but
I always my Facebook. I always kind of kept more. And when you sent it to me, I probably just didn't because I don't think we really were talking that much 2 years ago, or we had just started talking. No. I'm just saying. I've always kind of, unless I see someone and I put the face to the name right away, because I have a lot of requests pending. But that was mainly more because of just I didn't want to mix. I don't use Facebook necessarily like networking like a lot of people do, so I didn't really want to mix Facebook with people that were more acquaintances. And I'm not saying that about you. I'm just saying in general. But now, maybe I'll just go ahead and just accept everybody. Except for one person, of course.
I mean, might as well keep it like that. I just took a picture of it. I posted it for you guys. I said, it's been pending for over 2 years. It's just sad.
It'll come up. You have one friend request pending, and there'll be your smiling face. So.
All right. Well, thanks a lot for coming on, guys. Sad to hear about you going, but definitely want you to come by again and tell us what you're working on, in the future.
All right. Well, thanks, guys.
All right. Later, y'all.
All right. See ya.
See ya.
All right, guys. We're going to go ahead and jump into the screen sharing.
That kind of explains the last time we had him on, how was Anderson 3 Cooper in him, and he wouldn't answer nothing. Now we know why.
Let's see here. A screen sharing.
Yep.
Yep. All right. So you can choose the next Prime. So if you want to go to the vote thing, it's on the Transformer Facebook page. It's also, Transformers.com/vote. And obviously you need to select Star Saber here.
It's totally a rigged system because everyone knows the people want Optimus Primal.
But
Star Saber's probably going to win it because it's fixed and it's fake.
Optimus Primal, he spreads fake news.
Cybercast is fake news.
So untrue. Very sad.
There's video of Star Saber having lubricants leaked on him from Camions.
Let's see. Star Saber
underage Camions at that. They were underage. Again.
Don't make me
underage stuff.
Don't make me pull up the picture where Primal's doing a little cocoa. All right.
But everybody likes a guy that can party. Okay. It's not like Rodimus Prime never did a little cocoa, you know what I mean? Jesus, it was the 80s.
So you can go ahead and cast your vote. You can do it every single day, and I believe it'll be announced at Toy Fair. Or also a little quick announcement to that.
I need to go vote real quick. Thank you.
You can next week. We will have a Cybercast talking just Transformers as normal on Saturdays, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. No Galactic Gumbo that week, so 2 weeks from now. But on Sunday, we will be at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. We'll be taking a look at everything else non-Transformers from Toy Fair. So if you guys want to, tune into those two shows. But first off, this being Hasbro, this is kind of the 3-step changers or whatever it is. I believe they're calling it armored up changers. I believe he's got a different mask and stuff that he can change. Be one of those little 3 steps. I guess it's not too bad. It's better than I thought it would look.
It looks like it's a downsized, like oversimplified, like leader version of the leader class toy from a couple years ago.
Dakota is a James Harden fan. Yeah.
Do what?
Well, Dakota's more of a Russell Westbrook fan, because he's all selfish and stuff like that. You got last night barricade. I thought that this was a test shot just because I'm like, that can't be final.
That's actually his movie colors. That's the color of the car in the film.
Yeah. So
oddly enough, but it looks like it looks terrible. Like it's, I don't know. I miss the old days of like the good engineering that they put in the movie toys. Those are gone. Sad.
It's pretty small too.
I mean, it looks a lot better than the other 2 that are.
That's true. True statement.
Well, we're gonna look at those here in a bit.
I wonder if
Ooh, look at that.
I wonder if that can come off and be used as like a riot shield or something.
Yeah.
You would
I don't think it's that clever though.
No,
I think
Way
Dalton
too
gives
much
him a little
credit.
too much credit.
Hey, I can still hope, right?
high hopes. Yep.
Yeah.
They didn't even make
It's
it
good to have dreams.
like a crease here to where maybe it bends in or anything like that.
Look at the back of his legs. What are those? What is that? What's going on there?
Just split it down the middle and turn that bitch backwards.
Turn
There
it
is.
sideways, and that's the entire lower half of the figure.
Two-step transformation.
Dude,
The kids are gonna.
RID 15 is killing Transformers, and we're over here fighting each other about Primal and Star Saber. We need to fight the real fight.
Rise up! Rise up!
Here's some of your other your movie toys.
Oh, look at all that paint it doesn't have.
Jesus Christ!
He's ready to go skiing, man.
Look, if somebody wants
Point out
a
the
movie
slopes.
bubble, if somebody wants that thing to look good, I'll charge you $150 to make it look good. And that's going to be a tall order. I may be issuing refunds.
It probably.
You know, man, like the Dark of the Moon Bumblebee was probably the best movie Bumblebee they ever made. Like that's one that I still have.
Why do they all have
Well,
carbon fiber hoods?
Because it makes them go fast.
But even the police cruiser, like if you saw that police cruiser, I tweeted it, on the street, you wouldn't be like, oh, that's definitely legit right there. I totally believe.
Well, actually, here where I live, our street racer Interceptor is a Mustang.
Yeah, I must say
I don't
that
think it's
they don't have
carbon
nice
fiber.
cars. They used to have a, I forget what it was, back in
I
like
think-
'98. Here, the Highway Patrol, they had a, I think it was a SS, souped up Camaro SS, or maybe it was a Trans
State
Am
Police
was it
WS6.
Yeah.
The state police here, they have the Z28s. They have a couple of them left, rather. I think in Atlanta, Georgia, I think they have Corvettes, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, in Dallas there's some very grand ones. But yeah, your Bumblebee, which is going to
Hashtag not my Bumblebee.
hashtag not my Okay, well, let's look at the the third one here.
Hey,
This is supposed to be one of the dreads, right? Like from movie 3, but they all died.
Yeah, but the person taking pictures, I gotta think that they tried their best to try to get this thing fit together before they took pictures, and then they just said, "Screw it."
That's it.
You know, because like this front right tire's not even sitting on the ground either. It's just
Dude, I mean, look at this, man. Like, there's not even translucent plastic on it, like for the windows or anything. It's just, it looks like a Happy Meal toy.
Yeah, it does.
Windows don't
And then
even
like
line up.
whenever we get into robot mode, that's what's gonna be the real kicker.
Ugh.
That, like, hey, let me like, let's go back to Dark of the Moon, because I said, you know, Bumblebee Dark of the Moon was good. The Dark of the Moon, whatever this freaking guy's name was, like, that was a solid figure. You know, it was strange. It had, you know, this okay engineering. It looked better. But this, dude, what is this?
Hey, look, Dalton. He comes with 2 riot shields.
Yeah.
I like how he's on his little tippy toes though.
Diggy.
Yeah, he's wearing heels.
Yeah.
So it could be a she. Like, what? Look at us just getting the pronoun wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you know, maybe it is a female. I did notice because I didn't see that gender costume on her.
Her breastises is being hidden by that chest plate.
I didn't know how to lead into that joke without just coming out and saying it. So
I mean, you just gotta say it, man.
hey, but look, you got a little paint right here.
Yeah, dude, I like the red that they like just kind of. It's like they took a brush with some red dripping off of it and just flicked it at it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because it's not done here. But look, maybe it's Scourge.
Oh, that's a good eye. I mean, we had Galvatron in the last film. Why not make Scourge a Suburban?
Why not?
Oh, look at that back. But you know what? Maybe it's
Blitzwing
right.
5000 to just make a neck a Predator.
Look at the backpack on that man. She comes with a bunch of riot shields.
Oh my God.
I mean, I know, like, you know, it's a dangerous job. I mean, it's a police cruiser. We call them the jump out boys here because they jump out and they get you.
Oh, hey, remember Autobot Slash?
Oh, my member. Remember rainbow colored Dinobots? Yeah, I remember.
Hey, and in case you were wondering if this, you know, was some kind of cheapo version, no, this is the premiere edition.
This is the first, like, hey, look at all these great toys to come that probably will only be on shelves for a couple of months.
I have no idea what is they got to be throwing that premiere, you know, that term around.
It's
really,
just early
really
release.
loosely. Yeah.
It's just early release.
Like
That's
first
all
edition.
they're intending it for.
Okay.
Premier piece of crap.
Hey-o!
A
Very
box
extremely-
turd.
Remember good movie toys? Me neither.
Cyclonus is a Rolex.
All right, one that's actually good.
Look at this, man. Yes, dude. Talk about, like, repaints for the win. I'm gonna miss all of my awesome repainted toys, dude. But this is cool. I'm seeing this. I'm thinking, man, I just want the body of that figure and put the Soundwave head on it. Get a nice Machine War Soundwave because they're basically the same color.
Mm-hmm.
God, but I don't want to pay $50 for that leader class Soundwave. That thing looks like boo-boo. But this looks awesome.
All I need to do is another scoop figure and repaint those Target Masters.
This thing looks good. It was a great choice as far as character and
It really was.
you know, the deco they went with it.
Yeah, man. Gave us Quake.
I like that
And
head.
it looks good. Yeah, the head really ties it all together. And the paint apps, man, he's heavy. Like I'm looking up at Hardhead right now and kind of looking back at this. And He looks like he's sporting some additional paint apps, which is nice, man. It's nice to see that.
All right, so just like they came out with the this thing will ever pull up here. The Star Wars, helmets for the Black Series. You're going to be doing a voice changer helmet for Optimus Prime. I bought the Star Wars Black Series helmets because they look cool and stuff like that. I don't really care about the voice changing. I wish they would just do away with that gimmick because it sounds like crap all the time, anyways. But anybody buying this?
Nope.
No.
Nah. I think it's neat that they come out with this kind of stuff though for kids.
Yeah, but it's like $80. Oh well, that's cheap right
Look at
there.
that. Look at that, dude. That's for a child. I don't care what you say. That is for a
This back
child.
portion probably comes off though. I'm guessing. Maybe.
That's a very large child wearing that.
No.
I was waiting on someone to catch it.
It just has that hole right there. The Star Wars ones, they cost $80. Rick, you
Maybe
see
the
paying
Transformers
anywhere
one.
near that for?
Well, I mean, like they have to license that out from Disney. Like Transformers, they own. Maybe the Transformers one won't be so much for anyone who wants.
Well, let's even say 60. Rick, would you buy this for your son if you wanted it? $60
for $60? No.
I mean,
He'll get the
no, son, we got to eat this week. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, he's not getting that.
Rick needs a hot toy.
Damn straight Rick does.
this guy's face is just crammed in this thing.
Yeah, dude, he does not look comfortable under that, at all.
Like, how much longer I keep this stupid thing on my head?
Oh wow!
Like his neck's wider than that thing is.
That's a strong neck. You don't want to mess with a guy like that. Guy with strong neck.
Now, Bill says, what about a G1 Optimus Prime? If they did that.
Oh, that'd be a waste of plastic. No, I'm kidding.
Ooh. Did you buy a G1? Me, I don't know. There's something appealing to the Star Wars helmets, where you can just have the helmet. You don't need the whole outfit with it. But with the Transformer, they're not helmets. They're actual heads.
It's their
so it'd be like you just had like a shelf of just robot heads.
It'd be like a trophy case, like Lockdown, like what Lockdown had.
There you
well,
go.
Speaking of just buying a bunch of Transformer heads, Takar's going to be releasing these guys. You notice that a few of them here, they're flipping back to some of the Hasbro ones. But you can see that there's more paint detail on here, so that way you get all the different heads.
It's pretty cool.
Rick, you going to pick it up?
I might pick that up.
I might pick this up too.
So is it just like the additional
just a whole lot of heads.
Just a bunch of heads. Okay. Maybe that's how I can get my Soundwave head, make my custom. I just talked about maybe.
That way, and I like the way Takar's doing it. They did this back in G1 where they came out with all those heads that you can buy. They're really expensive now as well. But you don't have to get the little bitty accessory piece that goes with it. Like people just want the head.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's smart too. You know what I mean?
All right, Takara Astro Train. Taking a look at him in hand. And we got
to get this in hand.
Yeah, I saw this ship.
Pictures.
I think BBTS shipped this week. Like Thursday, I think.
And there's your little comparison there.
Oh yeah,
I think
you
it
definitely
looks,
want to go Takara on this one.
and just a little extra paint, with not just here, but even just kind of going down here, like because this, it's just all purple plastic there, just a little extra, adds to it. And plus with the head, they went with
The
all
paint goes a
purple.
long way. And just the right plastic color choice as well.
Yep.
It's not like they could have kept the black paint apps there on the Hasbro one, on the Takara one. I think that would have been acceptable too. It wouldn't have been as accurate, but I think it would have been as acceptable. But it's just they chose the totally wrong color plastic like they did 10 years ago, and I don't understand why they couldn't learn from that mistake.
Bill says he got dress shoes. All right, let's see what we got. Jumping in, we got Dakar stuff. Oh, and you got
Megatrans.
this thing.
Yeah, Megatrans.
She's got her little stilettos on.
This is pretty cool, man. I still think Victorion wore it better, but
Oh no,
but it's still pretty neat. You don't think so?
no, I like all these colors. It's because they're all different too. They kind of have a theme going, but they're different at the same time.
I like the uniform.
Victoria, like those are like two of the ugliest colors you put together. It's like salmon and like
it works out for a Rapido. Yeah, evidently you don't own a Rapido.
Yeah, Victorion is awesome. I really like Victorion.
You like some thick thighs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I mean, no. Yeah, it's a cool set. It's just about the same as like the Grand Galvatron.
It's like 180.
Oh, really? Because I thought Grand Galvatron was like over the $200 mark.
Jesus. Yeah, I didn't pick that up either.
See, I just like these colors. I think they just mix.
They look
better.
cool as individual bots. I do think they're cool looking. I do like the colors.
Yeah.
They're cool as
the combined form. I think Victorion has, but yeah,
the individuals look pretty cool.
True.
I like black. You put black and purple together, and then I'm sold. I hate the colors on this.
Hate's a strong word, Josh.
No love for the torchbearers.
Seriously, would that even be sexist? Like, what is that?
on Cam,
I'm trying to find a label for you, Josh. Just gonna
look at
start a bunch
what
of fires in your front yard.
Is she wearing a tube top?
You know what makes sense?
Oh,
though?
dude,
Texas,
I love the artwork.
Texas and Caminus would never get along.
No, they wouldn't.
It's a comic thing.
Dakota, it's 175.
175. Okay. Oh yeah, then absolutely pick it up. That's about the same as the rest of the Unite Warrior sets.
No, it's more. The rest of them are going for like 160.
Oh well, it's still not as expensive as the in comparison as like the Grand Galvatron set was.
Okay. Cameron said he thinks it was a towel, not a tube top. I want to think it was a tube top.
Ah, yeah, dude. I love that artwork, man. It's almost worth buying for the artwork alone.
Oh, I love the Takara artwork. Now it comes to Rick's favorite line: Transformers movie the best.
Movie.
I love it.
It reminds me of what is it? Like
Clone Droid.
Perfect Effect Guerrera.
Oh, Beast Guerrera.
Yeah.
Beast Guerrera. A Clone Droid.
What's wrong with Beast Guerrera?
Always be your side.
Dude, Clone Droid had the best one. I don't care what anybody says.
This one that you want to be so vested in here, Rick. It looks, there's 1, 2, 3, and 4 right there,
Yep.
and it is the best.
Obviously.
We got more pictures of the Megatron.
What is that, dude? It looks like a cartoon face on him. Looks like someone just added that digitally.
But she keeps going.
Yeah, Rick got that in this week, didn't you, Rick?
Yeah, it's in my hall.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Did you share the face?
No, I haven't put that face on it yet. Just because every time I think about it now, I can't get it out. I literally turned it over.
Oh.
That's what I sent him on Twitter here the other day. Is like, I'm pretty sure you guys share some familiar expressions with each other.
Dude.
Movie the best right here.
It really is. If he's got faces like that.
Yeah, there's some decent paint on this thing.
There's some paint. I will say there's some paint on there.
So does it? You guys that were suckers and bought the movie line stuff, is this better than?
Yes.
Yes, it's movie
the other
best.
one. The other one, I've never had it, but it was like this weird, like seafoamy green color. It just didn't make any sense.
Oh, Cameron points out that they never did anything with the, the strong arm, or not the strong arm.
Man, that's kind of a bummer, man. They really should have evened that out a little bit.
A little
Take
salad.
the strong hand.
That's what I was about to say. The whole Hanson.
Oh my goodness.
He's right-handed. All right. Apparently, for Transformers Asia, I wonder what these could be. Little die-cast bananas.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be so fun, dude. Like it pisses me off because I'm gonna have to buy those separately, like I did the maces, or the one mace rather. But yeah, dude, I'm definitely looking forward. I wonder if they're gonna come in a mace box instead of a banana box, right? That would make total sense. That's gonna be good. I can't wait to buy it. I can't wait for that to come into stock.
All right, what a waste. All right, so this is, let me make sure that I get this right. Crowdfunding campaign has launched for Transformers and AU or something, or Kitty and Takara. 3 phones convert to robots. While they are not working phones, you can use them on your actual phone as Bluetooth receivers that will grab and display alerts.
No, I'm good. No thanks. Not for me.
But
So they're trying to go with that whole device-able thing again. Like they did
Yeah,
about
I mean
5
that's what it
years
kind of
ago.
feels like. It just, I don't know, man. They're too G1-y for me.
no thanks for me.
See, even the G1 guy doesn't want the G1 stuff.
It's not even G1. What are you talking about? This is
Dude, those things are blocky as can be. Don't even lie to these people, okay? These people can see right here. You're showing the pictures. It's
a
G1.
rectangle.
Not even a smartphone either. It's not even. It's like a house phone. Like, who has house phones? Does anyone in the comments section know what that is?
It needs to be a rotary phone.
How big are those numbers on there? That's what I need to know.
It can't be that very big. Let's see. Wasn't there a picture with a dude or somebody holding it?
Oh, yeah.
They might have little big tiny hands too, though.
Not big enough for old Cup.
Yeah, so because you can see some of my tweets sometimes where it's like there's letters misspelled. Sometimes it's on purpose and I'm just being funny, but sometimes it's totally real because my fat thumbs. So all right, a couple of statues here. There is, let's see, who's doing this one? Okay, well, I forget who's doing this one. There's one where I think it's Laserbeak or something like that, but this one's an exclusive one where there's only 200 pieces, where it has the Rat Bat, and it's only going to run you $1,000.
Oh, only.
Looks good. Yeah, so here's the the other one up here. You got your laser beak. Nice paint.
Oh shit! I forgot I unmuted my mic.
They're taking a smoke break.
Yep. It looks good. You got a buzzsaw. Looks like maybe in there, or maybe that's Frenzy, because
No, that'd definitely be
that's Rumble,
definitely be
right there. Yeah, Rumble's right here.
No, Rumble's in the chest. Frenzy's on the ground.
Rumble's right down here. So.
Dude, it's fine if like someone told you that blue was actually red when you were a child. That's cool.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I mean, you're right.
All right, so this little thing, they got the statue here the last night, and then kind of, I guess, cross promotion thing. They're got these eggs that broke or something on the Transformers. Here's another picture they have here. So they're like,
I mean, if that isn't just the most adorable cross marketing campaign I've ever seen.
So the little yolks.
What the hell?
So I don't know if I'm buying. Okay, I know for sure that I'm not buying that. But these little guys, I don't know.
Maybe you get the little egg guys.
One of them or something like that.
You need an 8-pack. Is that what they're doing?
I'm not really sure, but it's kind of a cross promotion thing.
You know how some people put ponies on their Transformers?
You can see the little eggs on him right here as well on the statue. So little cross promotion thing. Not exactly sure what's going on, but apparently
somebody at the company, their kid has like a Kickstarter going on, and like that's probably what it is.
That's something that's, I guess, popular in Japan or something. I don't know. All right, so this one's 3A, 16 inches tall, 30% die cast, 49 points of articulation, but does not transform.
So it's a Gundam. It's a die-cast Gundam.
Yeah, it's a big Gundam. At least as far as
those are neat.
You can put them in different poses. So if you get tired of one, then you can put them in a different one. But Ricky, buy statues. Any of these kind of catching your eye?
Nah, I don't think I bought a statue in a while. Yeah, I mean, I used to buy the premium Sideshow stuff, but then I went 1/6, so I don't buy a lot of statues anymore.
Like that's definitely something that's like a DTOF shelf worthy sort of thing. Similar to like Sideshow and Hot Toys and all that, but it's just I don't know.
All right. What about this statue? XM. You can see again, this guy, he might be really tiny. But
why'd they put Optimus's jets on his is that like his lower back?
Yeah, man, dude, like they're sitting right there on his kidneys.
The question is, what's that dude doing back there that we can't see? He's got both of his arms in the front. He's sitting Indian style. I don't know.
Two-handing it.
Maybe.
Yeah, basically modern day Action Masters, but they're expensive. So this thing's apparently huge. Oh, so it can move a little bit.
Oh, did McFarlane make this? Looks like it's only got movement in the arms.
It looks like it doesn't actually move. It looks like these are pieces that you pop off and pop back on there.
Oh, did McFarlane make this? It looks like it's got alternate arms.
Oh, God. So, obviously officially licensed by Hasbro. Because they don't care because it doesn't transform. God, man. That
a lot going on back there, yeah.
Wear out your back right there.
Like you can't sit in a chair at all, ever. All you're just like you just got stools. That's all you can use. No thanks.
Oh, I saw that that one video that helps you where you need to like have a stool that you put your feet up on.
Oh, dude, the pooping video. It's supposed to make it smoother. I tried it. Didn't notice much of a difference.
It was minor. I wasn't really gonna talk about that on air. I was just like, hopefully you know what I was talking about. Oh.
Now we all know what you're talking about.
All right. Well, you can find it on Dakota's Facebook page. Getting into third party. Gigapower. Yeah, where is Barrett? Yeah, I didn't notice until like we were halfway through the Pete interview. I said everybody's here, and someone said blue hair guy. So more pictures of this thing here. And clear. You can see a lot of the different paint, accessories, and stuff like that. Well, looks like you get a couple of different options here. The head. Scott wants a link to the pooping video. Just go to Dakota's Facebook page. I don't know if it helps out or anything like that.
I can't remember if I shared it on my personal page or
It's on your personal.
Okay, it's buried then. A lot of science involved. A lot of pictorial diagrams and whatnot. It's very very educational.
I think you said like, yeah, I'll try it.
I mean, yeah, I'm always up for something new.
Don't cost me nothing. All right. What is this thing again? Yes, model.
Yes, model.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, looky there.
It's Ramjet airplane.
Oh, they have different faces. Wonder if they did that for all of them. This looks like it's just completely copied off of cars.
Yeah. I think that's what they are for the most part.
Bill said Barrett is putting the kettle on. Getting a spot of tea.
I found it. You need a pooping stool.
I know. Where do they sell these pooping stools?
I'm sure you can get like Bed Bath and Beyond.
They just walk in there. Can we help you find these things, sir? Looking for the pooping stools.
You know, some get my knees all close to my chest while I make a pee in them.
Until I get one, I'm just gonna just lift them up and then wrap my arms around my legs.
What? We have come off the rails completely.
All right. So make toys. Not Black Zarak. Devil Stinger.
Devil Stinger.
Anybody getting it?
No, I'm glad to see they actually like made it, but no. I'm not gonna do it.
I thought the Scorponok looked cool.
Yeah, it did look cool.
It's a big bot though.
Yeah, I got Utopia
Probably
years
heavy.
ago. I'm not gonna. It's pretty big.
I think that looks good too. I like all the big bots that Make Toys do. I think they all look really good. All right, fans project. This is not final, so it doesn't have any of the paint apps on it. Servo.
I thought they already made a Grimoire.
Did they?
This is their Diaclone version.
Oh, with the blue.
Oh, jeez. Took them a long enough time to get it out.
Mm-hmm.
So, God, man, fans project, man, they just kind of take their time with all their stuff. All right, this is going to be Generation Toys limited to 888 pieces, I believe is what it was. Your full translucent Devastator.
Oh, I was gonna say, is that the clear one? Ghostastator?
Yeah. Pass.
I wonder how stable the Generation toy, like just the regular one, is, and then like you're adding clear plastic into the mix. Oh, dude, that would be a nightmare.
Well, it's limited, and some people on Facebook were saying that they want it. They're gonna get their money up. There's fans out there that want the translucent stuff. I mean, I'm not one. Never been interested in translucent stuff.
Sometimes it's cool, but like this, I think it's cool. Don't get me wrong. Like I do. It's neat. We've never seen really a translucent Devastator. But there's just so much Devastator out there. This would have been awesome 5 years ago,
Barrett, he would break this thing immediately.
Oh, dude. His mandatory drop test? Absolutely, he would.
Just green dust.
Oh, so there's going to be a lot of these broken. See, I just won't risk it on stuff like that. Transformation.
And these guys are creeping out pretty slowly, too. And I don't understand the Masterpiece size with the IDW aesthetic. I never understood doing that.
Well, this is one of those conversations that I had with some of the designers, not for this company, but some of the other ones, to where it's easier to do tooling with a larger figure, and also it doesn't cost them as much because they don't have to make as small, precise, little bitty things of engineering to where it's bigger, So it's actually cheaper for them to produce a larger scale figure that's kind of the Masterpiece size than it is to produce like deluxe size figures.
And see, that would be one thing, but you don't see those savings passed along. So, and then of course a lot of that has to do with just getting them imported to the States anyways, or getting them imported from China. So it's I don't know. I get like Masterpiece is the hot thing right now, but stuff like this, just in this aesthetic, like that, I think should be geared more towards your chub collectors.
That's why I got Mastermind.
Yeah, you're damn right. Can't wait for the hot flame.
And then we have their big guy here.
He's got a lot going on for him.
Yeah. Not too bad.
I think I like the way they did this better than they did the Fans Project as far as Motormaster.
Yeah.
Just a lot more.
At Fans Project Diesel, man, that transformation, oh my god.
It's pretty rough.
It doesn't even make you want to like mess with it anymore. It's like once you get it done, you're like, all right, that's it.
I remember I got all the individual ones and I transformed them a bunch, like back and forth. And that day that I got him, I think it was a half a day set aside for that transformation. And when I finally got it, I wiped my damn brow off and was like, I put Band-Aids around all my fingers and I put it up on the shelf, never to be touched again.
Yeah, I mean, you're saying that. Well, as soon as I opened my Breakdown Robot, my Fans Project Breakdown Robot, like it was fun just transforming him a whole bunch.
Yeah,
I did the review of the Fans Project Diesel.
Oh, I gotta watch that. I gotta find it.
And I put every single accessory, did every single thing. Whenever I finished that, I have never been so exhausted after a review. I felt like I just ran 10 miles.
Do you still have that up? I'm gonna watch that. We'll watch that later, dude.
Like towards the end, you can just hear me like out of breath, like you think that I'm just gonna die.
Yeah.
I think I'm bleeding all over the place. Just
you need to get a certificate after you finish that damn transformation.
Because I did that him in a video, and then I did just the Minosaur, put him all together and all their broke them down into all the little accessories in a different video. I was just and I did those two videos back to back, so I never felt like I think I'm like, dude, that's the last Transformer review I'm ever doing. Oh god, man! Just this.
I think this is the one that Russell he's getting. He's getting these. He got the first one. He said nice things about it, so I guess it's good.
Well, didn't Matt like the set too?
Yeah, which Matt will buy anything Stunticons. So.
Yeah, I love the Stunticons, but I feel like I have enough of them. I need to watch a review on these though. I haven't watched one to see, how people are feeling about it.
No, it's on my G1 Hexatron. It's on my channel that I have right now.
The Mighty Predaking days.
Oh, good.
I'd like to go back and revisit that.
I think I deleted most of those videos on there.
Some Mighty Predaking going.
Try to get Jay on here again.
By phone call.
How's Motormaster scale with MP Prime? Have you seen a picture of them next to each other?
The what?
How does the Motormaster scale with MP Prime?
Oh god, I forget.
I was curious if anybody's seen. I haven't seen that.
I think they were about the same size in robot mode.
Okay.
But, I mean, in vehicle mode though, I think Prime was Prime's going to be bigger.
Yeah.
Just all things considered, but I think in robot mode they were pretty much the same size.
Cameron says the alt mode's about same on with MP10.
Really? Trailer and all?
I guess.
Thing's got to compress a whole bunch then.
God, dude, I'm just looking at this and it's making me sick to my stomach thinking about that. All right, here it is, all combined. I'm worried because they added little effects to it and stuff.
And then 2 drag strips.
Yeah, you got another drag strip. I think that this mode looks pretty cool, the Minosaur mode.
You remember, Rick? You remember the Transformers ongoing, the first one?
Yeah.
I mean, that's spot on, dude.
It is. That does look like that. You're right.
Oh god, if they could just downsize that to a chug scale, I would buy it just because.
Look, a little bit translucent Optimus.
they're gonna end up going out with just the plain one. It's like they did. Because we know this is Generation Toys, so they're going to put out a regular one just like they do with their Megatron and, with the Computron, Wolvertron.
All right, Fans Toys, Hoodlum. Is it Hoodlum? I forget.
Yep.
But they're not Hot Rod. To be honest, and I'm an official guy. I think that this one looks really good, and we got a comparison or a versus with this guy and the official. I think this guy looks better, to be honest.
I think the only thing they did better on this were the exhaust ports on the arms. That's the only thing I like over it. Other than that, man, I love the official Hot Rod. I think it's a great figure.
What about the head? I think the head looks really cool on this one.
Well, I mean,
when it was head up straight on or whatever.
Yeah. But see, you see the exhaust tips, man. I just the exhaust pipes in general. I like what they did with those.
Yeah.
What Fans Toys did over the Takara one, but that's not to say that the Takara ones are bad. I like the aesthetic of these a little bit more, but I don't see myself getting rid of my Takara for this.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not saying I'm getting rid of Takara for this or even buying this, but as far as do I think that this one looks better than the Takara one? And most of the time I'm always going to say no. I actually do on this. I think that this one looks really good and the proportions look really good. I like the way the legs look and everything.
There he is, Coot.
There he is, Rick.
Yep. Speaking of
in the back, he's got a little 6-pack of Natty Ice.
Oh God.
Man.
That Springer though, man. God. Like, I want to wait for an official, but dude, Fans Toys is going to make it difficult. Which by the time they actually make this, we'll probably have the official.
Yeah.
All right, all the little poses.
Does look good. I hadn't seen these pictures, so I'm kind of like, damn, I'm pre-ordering this Hot Rod. I haven't even seen the colored version, and I'm gonna pre-order it.
Well, here's a little Digibash and side by side.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's something about this one just gives me that little bit of curvature on on a few of the parts, and I dig it.
Yeah, I can see it on the chest.
I like this. I like the chest better on this, and the sinking in. Legs about the same.
But it also, I'm sure their chest doesn't have the gimmick involved with it either.
No, probably not. But also it goes a little bit thicker from the knee. It goes a little bit thicker here in the thigh instead of, I like that better than this. Also, they put a plug in there. They don't have those screws there. I always thought that was so ugly looking on him.
I think Fans Toy. I just messed with Sovereign today. I hadn't picked up a Fans Toys lately, but I think Fans Toys is doing a better masterpiece. If you look at the Jetfire and then you look at or Skyfire and you look at this one, man, I think they're doing them almost better than Takara in some cases.
Now I like the official better in car mode.
Yeah, streamlined, a little more streamlined up front.
Yeah, so there's more sacrifice.
Yeah, that front end looks perfect on it. I keep it in car mode upstairs. Just looks too good not to.
Then just more pictures of it, but you get the point. All right, Berserk. We'll upload here. All right, so we got War of the Blitzwings. So you know what that means. Dakota. Out of all the Blitzwings, though, that are third party, I like this one on here.
Yeah, looks really good. So now we'll probably see the announcement for it from Takara.
Yeah.
Along with Springer and Jazz and Trailbreaker, Hoist.
Well, Bill still says DX9 wins.
Yeah, no.
Oh, Rick, you're buying third party. Is this one that are you gonna wait?
I'm not a huge Blitzwing fan. I want to go look at that. This makes me want to go look at the animation model for Blitzwing. I might check that out. Yeah, I mean, it's cool, but I need to do some research.
Here's my favorite thing: is all three modes. So you see, Robot looks pretty clean. Jet, that looks clean to me.
Yeah.
Tank,
looks good.
Clean.
Yeah. They broke the code.
Yeah, so
We'll see.
Nice.
So that's what I like about it. You can go between the toy and the cartoon as far as the Jet and Robot mode.
That's cool.
Yeah, so I've got some verses for you. So here's KFC, Ditka, and the Fans Toys. Obviously, it's not painted up, so it's kind of hard to see all that and stuff like that. Not a huge difference going on here, but I think it's the Fans Toys that all three modes, and that's one of the things that we've always said is triple changers. One of those, you're more than likely going to have to sacrifice some. I didn't think that they sacrificed much on the Fans Toys one right here. Also, I like the head a lot better.
Yeah, man, I think they nailed it.
Tank as well. Oh, Mr. Barrett. He said they had a massive power cut, so now he's back online.
Oh, fun.
We got you got two different versions there with the Jet.
The KFC one just just seems a little.
Go ahead, say it. Underwhelming. Got a little nose down.
Not fulfilling.
It's like a little prick.
Yeah. Dalton, you need to clean up your act a little bit. All right, Toy World doing their Bruticus.
Of course they are.
Yeah, their blast off here, or not blast off. Look how big this thing is.
Jesus.
I don't buy Masterpiece third-party stuff, but I think I'm in for this because I am just a huge Bruticus fan.
That's a fulfilling space shuttle.
But not going to Dallas Fan Expo. But he's got the money for probably 600.
I paid $100 for it to buy it, but
I'm getting this. I said I would be in for this.
We're gonna see reviews for it on his channel.
The big guy.
Oh God.
He's gonna start posting reviews of like the prototypes. Look at what I just got, guys.
Yeah, that's not happening.
You're gonna.
I'm gonna go to Taobao and spend like $2,000 per prototype.
You could
Then
even
you
find
can
them
go.
on Taobao.
Then you go cry online if someone uploads a video before YouTube. Fans Project releasing the last two little shell guys here. So, been a while.
Yeah, I'm glad to see they're still doing the shells, I guess. This is one of those deals, man. Like, and I talk about it like all the time. Box sets. Sell me these guys with their shells in a box set. Just let me pay all of it up front.
Dude, you know how
Ridiculous.
these shells aren't they
They're
like
huge.
$100?
Oh yeah,
and
they're big and they're way too overpriced. Now that you mention it,
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's
But
$600 for just the shells
Yep.
stupid.
because they're so large.
Yeah.
Third
And then
party,
you
you're out
still
of
gotta-
control.
Then you got to buy the
We're here to
Transformers.
clean you up because you're a mess. I'm sorry.
All right,
God.
Dalton's favorite, Jizz Toys. Finally, somebody's making these.
Dude, I'm so happy that I can have some like transforming plants.
Look,
I hope they're combiners. God, I hope they're combiners. This is the lower half.
so you know those bamboo Transformers
What
that everybody's always been wanting. Leave it though, Jizz Toys to pull through for us.
You know, with a name like Jizz Toys. This is cool, man. Like, it's outside the box thinking. Like, I really can't knock them for this. It's a little ridiculous, but hey, maybe they'll make Botanica one day. So,
I like the little prototype one here. You see, you know, just it went so far, you know, with all the little hands and stuff. I can't wait to see what they think of next. Still waiting for that boob and butt moon vehicle or whatever that was. All right, getting into the action figure side of things, new Spider-Man Homecoming. These figures are not the Marvel Legends. These are the ones that are dumbed down a little bit. These are for, I guess you could say, kids. So these aren't, you know, your Marvel Legends versions. Just in case you were wondering.
does a show about toys. Says, oh, these are the ones for kids.
What?
That playset.
Oh, so, yeah. My kid.
Like
would love
these
that.
are like these aren't like even the Infinite series or the 3 3/4 inch universe. Like these are like the even more dumbed down than that.
Yeah.
These are the ones that have like only articulation at the hip.
Here's a cool playset.
Oh yeah, my kid would go nuts with this. He would be like, "Dad, that's super cool."
All right, let's see. What do we got?
They can make these play sets. They can make another USS Flag.
Yes.
More Star Wars Rogue One 3 3/4 inch figures. Or well, this guy's Rebels. So
Yeah, that's cool. I wish he was 6-inch.
Now, Rick, there's nothing wrong with 3 3/4.
That's what you do with it.
Exactly.
Who's that dude? I don't know that dude.
he's in fighting shape. Hey, you know, Rebels. Hey, we're just taking who we can get. All right, can you aim? Shoot.
Nope, I sure can't cook some grits.
No shaming. No shaming.
Yeah, he's definitely like in the cafeteria line.
let's see what else we got here. All right, some Joe stuff. Mike, touch on it real quick. We got several of them.
Yeah, this is the JoeCon convention exclusive set. This is the squad leader bat version. I think it was just, I think they said it was version 2. I can't remember now off the top of my head. It is the first modern era of the that head sculpt. The picture looks orange, but it's supposed, or it looks red. It's supposed to be orange, but we're thinking it's going to be red. He comes 1 of 1, and the rest of your Cobras are going to be nothing but 8 bats. That the fandom has gone completely mad. They're not happy about it whatsoever.
Especially for a $400 box set, like that's, you know, I like the Sky Patrol set.
$25 more this year than last year.
I like the Sky Patrol set, like the Cobra that was in the Sky Patrol set, and even just like all the previous sets that I've just seen. But yeah, dude, like, and I get it, man. Army building is fun, but not that. I mean, it's bats. Like, how many people have, you know, a shit ton of bats?
Right. Well, we're hoping that we're going to get a different variation. You know, maybe like 4 different colors. Maybe they'll have battle damage. We don't know. They've yet to show us this. And here's the dumpy one.
Oh, do you don't like that helmet?
Well, everyone's been saying he's been packing away the $15 cheeseburgers. He's like the real fat one.
Nothing wrong with a cheeseburger. Nothing wrong with a good burger.
Well, the club is going towards retooling all the original guns. As you can see in his right hand, they retooled the gun. This is a knockdown. They went with General Mayhem's helmet from the Tiger Force set. This set has not been taken on very likely by the fans. You know, this one here is Avalanche. There's some really bad, maybe some really seriously bad photo, digital photo mock-ups on this.
Yeah, that's mock-up on the face. That's a big head.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's kind of pointing him out to be like Michael Richards from Seinfeld. They all say it looks the same. They showed one, not this one here. This is
Dodger.
A little narrow in the shoulders. You see how big his arms are, and there's no. He's got like a tiny chest. Like he never worked on chest or back day.
Yeah, it's all about the guns.
Yeah, well, he's here kind of like looks a little bit like the same head sculpt from Avalanche. Do you got the other one? Yeah, this one here, Blaster, he's actually the best one out of the set so far.
Finally, a G.I. Joe fan happy about one. God damn it. Worse than Transformer fans.
Yeah, well.
See, I think they look, I'm not as deep as Mike into it. I think they look pretty good except for, whatever the site, Knockdown? What's the guy? The
Knockdown. The $15 cheeseburger man.
That tampograph should have been some kind of molded on the chest. I don't dig the tampograph thing.
A lot of people are talking about that, and you know what? I really think, since Pete had mentioned that he's no longer with it, kind of wonder if that was, but past his pay grade on it now. I guess I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll just have to wait and see what the final product looks like.
Some of the 2017 DC superhero license. This is the stuff of Mattel.
Cool.
So, kind of all ages here.
I have that.
Oh.
That was a fun build. That was a really fun build. Josh, if you can find it, man, I'd totally pick it up. I know you're getting some of the Lego Batman stuff.
I saw one where it was Catwoman and a Robin
Batgirl.
and Batgirl. It was like $15 or $16. I thought about buying that today.
Yeah.
Didn't know.
I almost picked this set up, but I don't know. I'm not really like. I'd probably end up sending you the Batgirl.
I just want the Batgirl. Look at that.
I hadn't seen
Yeah,
this
dude,
one.
that's pretty cool.
Never seen this one. And,
The
Penguin.
I think this is planned for. I think this is supposed to be like one of the summer releases.
oh,
or something
okay.
like that.
Okay. Yeah.
What's this?
I was talking about my
Right
buddy,
here.
my buddy Chris, Bricks on the Dollar. He's you know, we do Stasis a lot. Just kind of plugging it right there. He's into Lego and stuff. So anytime I have a question,
Yeah, that looks
Always,
pretty good. And then the Riddler,
I actually seen that.
that calendar man.
Now no one's going to talk.
I was like, okay, so
I was looking at these
okay.
last night. Go ahead, dog.
Actually seen that that Penguin vehicle at Target here a few days ago. So
okay, so that's one of the ones that is out.
Yeah.
I know, like the Batwing's supposed to come out like way later, which was upsetting because I want to buy the Batwing.
What the hell is
It's a
this thing now?
chunky Batwing.
Like a cat?
It's like a bat cat.
A bat cat.
The Batcat.
Then they said they're gonna continue doing this. I believe all these are out.
No.
I think I've got the Batgirl
No.
one.
I was going to say, as Josh looks over to his shelf to the left, he's like, I think all these are out.
I don't know if the Starfire's out, but I remember seeing all in stores. I've got this one here. I've got the 6-inch and the 12-inch one. She's sitting up there with the hot toys because she fits the size. Yeah, and I've got this Batgirl right here. I know that's out. Yeah, all these are out already. So
That's out.
all right, and then for Justice League, I don't know what, like, this is like your kind of your wave one. I think it was a poor choice for wave one to do. What does he change outfits so much that you need 2 Batmans in wave one? You know, you could have went with someone else, and there's just one villain. So you basically Wonder Woman, Superman, Flash, and Batman to take down just the Joker. Yeah. You know, I'm like, any of them could take down the Joker on their own. It's a for a wave one, I think is a poor selection. This is something, you know, I'll look at them. Kind of interesting. And so it's going to be catered to kids because this is the Batmobile, obviously.
Oh yeah.
For younger. Oh, look at those.
Oh my goodness.
Not that, but yeah, I didn't know that these were for little kids because I was like gonna let you know about them, Rick, in case you want to for your wife. a little role playing. I was gonna let you know.
Oh my goodness.
That you could.
Like a Valentine's Day gift.
Oh
Yeah, Valentine's Day. They're at Walmart, so I didn't even look through the size. I didn't realize that they were for young.
please look for some adult sizes and send me some pictures like before all the adult stuff goes on.
Hilarious.
Kid walks in, you shot.
Is that that Batgirl? That Barbara Gordon. That Barbara Gordon.
All right. So then kind of our first leaks here, and the Wonder Woman for Mattel's multiverse. I said this on Twitter as well. Just these things look horrible.
Haven't seen these yet.
Oh yeah. I guess spoiler: the Build-A-Figures Ares. So, but yeah, those eyes look horrible on it.
Yikes.
DC needs to yank the movie license stuff away from Mattel because they obviously don't care about it. They're charging $20, but I mean for like $23 or $24, you get DC Collectibles doing a fantastic job.
See,
I'd
that's
rather
what's
pay
crazy.
$4
Mattel's
more.
doing a great job with the Halo stuff, in my opinion. Like the sculpts are good. Like it's just a good overall executed idea. It's weird. Maybe
Mattel's
it's
also
because
going to be
DC
doing
Comics is cool.
Super Friends. So I might pick up that Batman there. And I think you got Hal Jordan.
That's cool.
Yeah, so those might be interesting to me. You can see, some of the other ones, Aquaman, Superman.
Aquaman. He has no powers.
Oh yeah, he's got
Fish.
powers. He's got
He
powers.
talks to fish.
Oh, he's strong too. And Dakota's favorite line, McFarlane's toy. So if you guys are Mass Effect fans, then you're gonna be getting some Mass Effect.
Dude, check this out. See where like the thigh is cut a little bit. It's just gonna swivel on that. Like you're not gonna get any like straight forward. It's just gonna be like at an angle. Knees, who needs them? Nothing at the elbows, perfect. Nothing at the shoulders. We can maybe
He could probably rotate his head. He could probably rotate his head.
If Todd blesses us with it, yes.
But yeah, Mass Effect stuff. Fans out there. Did you know that the McFarlane, the like Red Label and stuff like that, so like the Spawn and the Titanfall and the Walking Dead stuff, like at Toys R Us, that stuff's already on clearance and it's still sitting there.
I mean, you wonder why. Like, I'm surprised he still got these properties,
This is $35, and this is final. Release for March is scheduled, so this is the deluxe.
Now, this looks like it probably has all the right articulation that it needs.
Oh, Jonathan, you need to get PS4 so you can start playing some games with us, man.
Oh, man. Get you an Xbox One.
Why? You seen the exclusive games coming for 2017? PlayStation blows Xbox out of the water.
Come on, man. Quality over quantity. But it's like Beast Wars over G1. Quality over quantity. Just keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Like Optimus Primal over Star Saber, perhaps. Yeah.
I still don't know how much articulation is in this, considering that every picture taken is basically the same pose. I know that little figure is not going to be moving any.
Oh no.
That is his set pose. I just wonder if the rest of the Titan can move.
Well, here's the hoping. I mean, it looks like it should, but I do kind of have my doubts.
Turn it to waste or something like that. Besides, that's not my Titan anyway. So I use tone. Getting into NECA, they're gonna have an accessory pack for aliens, so you can see all the guns and stuff in here. Little knives. And I believe this is it 4? Oh god, what is this? Friday the 13th, Ultimate Part 4. So you get quite a few things here. All right, later, Cameron.
See you later, man.
See it.
Ooh.
Looks pretty good.
It's gross, man. That's why they were making fun of him, because it's so ugly. They were ugly shaming.
Where's my? I need my. It needs to be a box set with my little Corey Feldman figure because he's in the 4th one. I know my Friday the 13th.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I've only seen one of them. I saw
Little Tommy Jarvis.
I only saw Jason X. I thought it was stupid.
The Jason X was stupid.
Yeah,
You're correct, sir.
Dude, it was super cheesy though. Like it was definitely like sci-fi. Like, oh my god, look at the end of that tail. What is that? What is that?
Look, it's like a little dog, but he's happy.
That's his lipstick. Yeah.
So this is the NECA 6-inch Shin
Put a
Godzilla.
sweater on a little dog.
That's
It's just okay. I'm sorry.
When you rub Godzilla's belly.
I'm waiting for somebody to say it, but no one said it yet with the
It's
face.
a little red rocket.
She keeps coming.
That's right. There you go.
Yeah, probably not for me. Now, there's another one we'll take a look at. That's the Monster Arts, which is going to be more expensive. I believe that one's 120 or something like this.
I think this is Monster Arts too, isn't it?
No, this is NECA.
Oh, this is NECA. Oh, okay. Wow. Yeah, no, man. I just can't get behind it. Sorry.
apparently something did.
That's not my Godzilla.
Now the hashtag not my Godzilla. It doesn't come with the buttons. Look at those little buttons.
That's number sign, not my Godzilla.
It's the new Shin Godzilla, isn't it, or something like that?
Yes, sir. Try to keep up, Dalton. Come on.
To the chopper.
Quarter scale, P800 by NECA. Let's see. Doesn't have anything on price yet, but looks cool. I just want my quarter scale Ninja Turtles. Wait for that Donatello still to come in.
Quarter scale. How freaking tall is this thing, man?
Oh well. See, you got to think that he's like 6 foot, right?
So that'd be
1.5 feet.
that's ridiculous.
What's your dog's name? How's Wolfie? Wolfie's fine. Your parents are dead.
So subtle.
All right, move on. Some of the pictures of that. Then the Mafex Spider figure, Spider-Man figures. These are 6-inch. Let's see, $60 coming out for around October.
Nice.
Not a bad job on the face. It looks like him.
Yeah, that's not bad.
I wouldn't have it. I wouldn't have the mask off anyways, honestly.
And then you got the 2 different eyes there. It's nice.
That's cool.
Look at that range of motion, dude. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that is nice.
See, Spider-Man's one of those figures to where I want all that range of motion.
Yeah, I mean, he needs it. He's super limber, you know. So he definitely needs it.
Oh, that's a cool pose right there. I believe this is Mafex as well. So, Finn. FN2187. That definitely looks like John or Finn. Again, you're probably looking at the $60 price range again. And there's the accessories. Let's see. I want to make sure. $51. Okay. Released in May. Mesco 112. This is the 6-inch one again. Little Harley for Dakota. Did it have a price? I don't think it did. Yeah, I don't have a price for it yet.
They're probably trying to figure out how much to charge collectors for it. Like, well, you see.
Remember, this is the one that has the tattoo.
That has the tattoo, yeah. The attention to detail. You just can't beat it.
And she's even got the tattoos. Like she's got the the lucky you here. She's even got the tattoos under the fishnets and stuff. The only thing Dakota owns more than Masterpiece Primals.
Wait, go back up, Josh. Go back up. Look at that little C-section scar under the lucky you tattoo.
Yeah, that's not what that is, though.
It could be. I wonder how much Margot Robbie gets paid for all of these toys being made after her. If I were her, I'd charge an arm and a leg for my likeness.
That's how you don't get invited back. SH Figure Arts, Dark Knight. I've made a few changes and stuff here, so just kind of scan through those real quick. I like the suit better than the NECA one. I saw the NECA one in stores, and I didn't really like it. The face looks too fat, I think.
Looks like it's got wire going through the cape, which is nice.
Yeah, definitely. And also 112. It's a 6-inch. Your Deadpool.
Okay.
With the cloth clothing.
I mean, at this point, like I'm as far as 6-inch scale stuff goes, I am perfectly happy with the new Legends Deadpool. It's it's hard to beat. Like I get the whole cloth thing, like that may be cool for some people, but I mean, Deadpool kind of wears a skin-tight red and black suit, so it's hard to get all of the details that I think the Legends can offer.
Who is putting Legos together? Dalton?
Dalton, don't play.
I'm not messing with Legos. We're
all right. We're gonna have to write you up. Your first warning.
No, I'm not even messing with it.
Well, I can hear you playing in toys in the background, which means that you're not paying attention and contributing. So your first warning. All right, going in your file. All right. Disney exclusive Agent Venom. Marvel Select. Does anyone still buy Marvel Selects? I quit.
No, never did.
I mean, I have the Deadpool, and that's just where it's going to stay at.
I need to sell that Deadpool. There's no reason for it. I like the Venom and the Carnage.
I love the sculpt on the Deadpool. And that's something awesome about Selects. I think Selects have better sculpts. I think they're a little too big, but it's fine.
Here's some more Marvel Select. Your Guardians of the Galaxy. He doesn't look buff enough,
I mean, he does though. Look at that last picture, with the at the particular angle that he was. Like, those are some huge ass shoulders. Okay, what's up with the rocket? It looks weird.
Rocket
they
comes
don't
with
they don't look that great to me.
Okay, normally Solex have the superior
Miss-
sculpt.
Rocket comes with Miss Martian knockoff.
Shouldn't he have come with Groot? You know, never mind. It's fine. Do what you do, Solex. I do like that the Select rocket is articulated.
Yeah.
Where the Legends rocket wasn't. That I think is a huge deal as well.
How much are they a piece?
Usually like 25.
Yeah, 25.
It comes with a stand. Nice. All right, let's see. Got a few more things to get through. Storm collectibles. This again is for 6-inch, I believe. Yeah. For your Street Fighter fans out there, this guy's he's ripped.
Why does he have so much shin hair? Like, I never understood that.
I think it's part of his boots, isn't it?
Yeah, but he's completely hairless everywhere except for like this weird chest patch and shins. I shave wax every bit of my leg.
Makes me aerodynamic when I fight. See how I'm wearing little bitty underwears too? Helps me move around.
He-Man Filmation, He-Man and She-Ra is on Netflix, and I'm watching through She-Ra because I don't have it on DVD. Rick, can you tell me? I'm looking at those episodes kind of early on with Seahawk.
Yeah.
I'm like, why is he wearing black underwear on the outside of his brown pants?
It's some weird color choices. I don't know. And he's kind of like the
bad boy.
Yeah, kind of like the hunk of the show. He shows up a few times. Yeah.
The hunk of the show.
Yeah, he's like that character. Sort of like a love interest for She-Ra.
Yeah, I can kind of tell that right off the. It's funny because of the back then with these 20-minute cartoons, they don't really develop too much in there. I was like, oh, I'm gonna trick them and try to tell them not to deal with the horde. It was like, hey, what's up? He's like, I think you're completely wrong dealing with the horde. I'm like, wow, she just jumped right into it.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're into Street Fighter, these figures look good for Street. Oh yeah, I know what you're gonna say.
But then, that's all I do now is just look for faces. Here's the Monster Arts version of that Shin Godzilla. This one's $141.
He's got a purple rocket instead of a red rocket.
July.
Rick.
Yeah. Just look at the face.
Purple one before.
Oh my god!
I didn't see we got a little face at the end here.
Stop! Stop!
This is not natural,
dude. It's too much. It's too much.
That's a good one right there.
Oh, this one.
Dude, what's wrong with this particular Godzilla?
People that didn't watch that one part of that show, they have no idea.
Yeah, dude, they're wondering like, why are these dudes laughing, giggling like a bunch of little girls? It's like, well, go watch the last Cybercast. Or was it the last Cybercast? Or was it the one
Oh,
before
like
that?
2 before that.
One before that.
Yeah,
It never gets old though.
Nope.
it doesn't, dude.
Look at this thing.
They're crossing streams.
That's a serious Godzilla too. How do you, if you're a Godzilla collector, how the hell do you display these tails on all these figures, dude?
Dude, this thing is huge. It's long.
Oh yeah, go on. It's long with a purple tip. Yeah. And that's after it was drinking one. Look at the grin that it's got on it. Look at the grin. Look at that smirk, dude. Just stop.
All right. Super 7. The next wave. Now there's gonna be. This is continuing on with the classics. There's going to be the Ultimate. There's going to be the classics, and there's going to be the Filmation. So this is the classics to add to that. Something that I'll probably pass over all but one of these. I know, Rick, did you say that you're going to pick them all up?
Yeah.
Because I mean, you're already 100% in on the classics.
I think I'm lacking 2 figures. Yeah.
This is the one that I'm thinking about just buying 2 of.
Yeah.
No way I can flip it here. Dude, I'm gonna have like each one of one's a sister, isn't it? I was gonna say I was gonna have each one of them like on one of his. I believe this one's a hawk, and then his sister is this one. I forgot her name. But just to have him whenever I get him, pose him on the shelf with like one on each arm.
Yep.
Like that.
You know, man, I think some people in West Virginia would be all right with that. You know what I mean?
And Power Ranger fans, don't discriminate here. I'm gonna share everything, even though I don't know what any of this stuff is, but
I know that one.
Apparently that's some
Super
kind of
Mega
first look at
Force.
that.
Yeah, I watched the Megaforce.
I haven't seen that one yet before though.
And for you guys that are some good Power Rangers for the new ones. Legacy, it looks like they're going to be Toys R Us exclusives.
Yeah, I saw those today at my Toys R Us.
But you're gonna get the Legacy line for it, I saw a few of these things. And a big one where you could just buy it like in a big box or whatever. And
You said about $20 doing it that way.
Yeah. All right. I think either way you lose money.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So
they've got the T-Rex at my Walmart.
then apparently this was something that I guess Power Ranger fans are you guys were excited about. I don't even know how to pronounce this thing, but you guys that are interested, you know what it is. We'll just scroll through these pictures. Pretty excited, Rick? Or not Rick, Mike?
Oh no, not at all.
You know what this is?
I have no idea.
Okay. Well,
I think this is probably the super. It's probably the Japanese ones.
Uchu Sentai Kara Anger DX.
Probably so.
Whatever that is. So, yeah, there you go. And Where? What the hell? All right, let's skip that. We'll see if this reloads. Oh no! Like we're right at the end. Come on.
What is this?
You know, not bad making it all this time with just the one mess up at the very end.
They were hot toys. Oh God. Well, dude, I'm starving.
Yeah, dude, I am too.
I'm just like,
And like my food literally just walked through the middle of the tube. So it's like,
okay. Let me X
It's-
that. I got this. I got this, guys. I got it.
oh shit, I'm gonna get a small piece.
Why isn't this loading? Nothing wants to load for me. There we go. There we go. All right. 1/6 scale. Ultraman. None of this stuff wants to load for me, so we've got 2.5 hours. I'll just have to remember to try to do the 1/6 scale next week. Sorry about that. Just wasn't loading up for me. I probably need to restart my computer. Had a lot going on with it, but do you guys still want to do a Galactic Gumbo? Because I'm, it's 8:30 right now. I'm kind of hungry.
I could
Can we-
pass for
we
the
just-
night.
I was gonna say that, or we could postpone it until like for at least another 30 minutes. You know what I mean? Do some time.
30 minutes puts at 9:30 here, 10:30 for Rick.
It puts it at 9.
Rick, do you want to do that?
Yeah, whatever you guys decide, I'm cool with. Yeah.
All right, so we will postpone it until 9 o'clock Central Standard Time, so about 30 minutes from now. So it'll start about 30 minutes late. Yes, He-Man. It's on He-Man and She-Ra. They're both on Netflix streaming for this month. So let's go ahead and sign out. Rick, tell people where they can find you.
Yeah, you can find me exclusively on Twitter as Shatrdglassjazz.
All right, Dalton.
Find me pretty much everywhere at Daltonians TFs.
Dakota.
You can find me everywhere at PrimalSabbath.
Mike.
I'm on Twitter as BotconFan1978.
All right, and you can find me, G1Xtron, on Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook pages, the G1Xtron. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed, and we'll see you here in about 30 minutes. Peace.